In a world governed by chaos is a creature unlike any other. Some know him as the immortal cyber psycho. Others, the man with no head. From the ashes of a Militech laboratory comes Tutorial Man. Alright, look, I make a lot of irreverent videos, but this probably takes the cake for weirdest one yet. So let me explain how this came to be. On another video, a viewer asked about the Militech outfit from the prologue. At first, I thought they were talking about the Militech suit, but they then clarified they were talking about the suit worn during the game's tutorial mission, which prior to this video I had only ever done once. This is a Militech training shard modified by T-Bug. It takes place in a virtual environment and serves as the game's tutorial. And after investigating, I found some interesting things. First of all, I'm almost certain that this isn't really V and is just some kind of placeholder or temporary body. There's actually visible gloves here, which is a pretty good tell already. I also think it's a male body. Unfortunately, I can't use the third-person mod to easily check as it doesn't work here. But even with the gloves on, I'm pretty sure these are male hands. So even as a female V, you use a male body during this tutorial. But that's why I'm assuming the gender is male and I'm calling this thing Tutorial Man. The second thing I ended up discovering is that Night City is fully intact and these tutorial arenas are only spawned during this part of the game. They are located under the Japantown area of Westbrook, practically right underneath the scav den you are about to raid. You can freely no-clip around and you can see your headless body and Jackie still in the car. Being able to no-clip away from the tutorial area does not have a reset boundary, which could have been overrode anyways, but that means you can explore all of Night City here. But what else can you actually accomplish as Tutorial Man? For starters, the tutorial has several different trials, during which you are given different equipment. I figured the best module to explore with is the combat one, as you get a pistol and if you leave before grabbing the assault rifle you will be invulnerable. Mechanically you can't open any of the menus such as inventory or the map. You can pause the game but you can't save during a tutorial trial. You sadly can't use photo mode either. Fast travel is also unavailable. You can loot from bodies and crates, although without the inventory it's pretty useless. You can pick up weapons by equipping them, although I think only rifles and pistols during the combat trial. You can do stealth takedowns, carry bodies, dump bodies into containers, carjack, drive, and use elevators. You cannot shop at vendors, as I couldn't even get the menu to come up. Vendors outside of Watson aren't even spawned. But that makes sense since in Act 1 you can't go anywhere else. You can interact with drop points, but selling stuff didn't appear to earn any money. If you switch cameras while driving, you will get stuck in the first-person perspective. But I learned through this that the game doesn't render your head even in a car with this body. I eventually found a bike in the open world, which gives us our best look yet at our mystery man. There's some pretty wonky stuff going on when slowing down that causes the body to straighten like a board. Using Militech items from the base game, the closest I could come to replicating the outfit was this. And it's only achievable with the Equipment EX mod since the jumpsuit and vest occupy the same slot. The vest is also lacking the big collar and the top seems to be something else entirely. All in all, I think we can conclude that this is an entirely different body. Even the Militech soldiers out and about do not have this exact outfit. I drove over to V's mega building and was able to take the elevator up and go into V's apartment. Opening the stash kind of froze the game, but it can be resolved by spamming escape to close it. I also found a spot to sit beside Fred and it spawned V's actual headless body and then did some really weird stuff. Since I was invulnerable, I tried jumping to the inaccessible middle level, but there's still a death barrier that sends you to the death screen. I used NoClip to fly over to Dogtown's gate and fought Barghest. You can't die, but as I had this save on very hard, it took forever to wipe them all. I also wanted to see if I could get MaxTac to come, and eventually they did. Again, since you're unkillable, it's quite a hectic time. It took me nearly 3 minutes just to get rid of one of them. Other gangs do appear to spawn in the open world, but in much lower numbers than usual. In fact, everything just seemed to spawn less. I noticed my game was running a lot smoother thanks to the world having less prop density. I imagine there's a number of things I could test here, so if you have a question or query about something I didn't cover, feel free to comment and I can try to answer or make a follow-up video at some point. That does it for this one. Thanks for watching.